Wrestling's coming at you for the ACBA Community Channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hulk Buster Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Wave. Stay tuned. So before we get started, I just want to let you know I'm not reviewing the BAF. I don't have all the pieces for it right now. But it will be coming, reviews will be coming from other ACBA artists, so stay tuned for those. And also to let you know that make sure you tune in to ACBA Saturdays. We're going to have a lot of content coming up. We're about to hit some milestones throughout ACBA that I think you're going to really enjoy the ACBA Saturday special, from here on out. So we're really trying to tweak it and everything. Marvel Now Iron Man, not that bad of a figure. He's using, I think it's the Iron Man 2 movie figure body mold, whatever mark it is, 2, 3, 10, 1 billion, I don't know all the marks. But anyways, it's not a bad figure. Black paint and gold, and it's really lacking the paint on the back. I don't mind the finish of the black. I think it's actually nice, but they needed more gold detail back here. Then they got these red dots all over the place, and it's really just painted on, and it's not that good. But articulation is kind of dated, but I mean it's still good. It's up, down on the head, left and right, hinges on the shoulder pads, ball joints, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, hinge and swivel at the wrist, diaphragm joint, a ball jointed hip with a thigh swivel, double jointed knee. And then this is where the articulation really is bad. You can't move these. There's like a hinge. I don't think it's a swivel. No, it's a hinge in there. You could just slide them back and forth, but it's really hindered. Peg holes at the bottom. So it's not a bad fig. I think the design, and these fall off kind of easy. The design is really cool. I like this. This is one of my favorite Iron Man armors of all time, actually. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as this. This is just a repaint of the mark. God, like I said, I don't remember the marks, but it's from an Iron Man 2 movie figure that I did. And so these are pretty much the same. The design on the chest is a little bit different. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. At first, I wanted them to use this body mold because it's taller, so you can see the height difference. And the articulation is way better. It's got ankle pivots and that good ab crunch and waist swivel and all that stuff. But looking at the design, they made the right choice going with this one. So, pretty cool figure. Here's the Avengers War Machine. This is a pretty cool figure too. Again, some articulation is lacking. I'm pretty sure this is the same mold as the Iron Patriot from the Iron Man 3 movie. I don't know. I don't own that figure, but I really like the paint job on this figure a lot. It's got that speckled metallic look. He's got Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes on his chest piece here. He's got some other writing on him. The big downfall for me with this figure is his cannon. I hate the cannon. But he also comes with a flipped up mask which has Don Cheadle in there. Pretty good likeness, actually. The eyes are painted a little crooked, but other than that, it's pretty dope. Here is the Iron Man 2 War Machine. So this guy's a little bit taller, but the paint, you could definitely see the difference in the paint. I like that paint a lot more. It's a deeper black and chrome or gunmetal color, where this is just all gunmetal and chrome. But the cannon is so much better on this, how it swivels along, so you can put it to either side and it swivels, and it's just up and down and side to side. The way it moves, I like it so much better than this one here, that it moves back and forth, right? I'm probably blocking it, which is cool, but the way that it moves up and down, it's got articulation, which is really good actually. It swivels back. But when you get it to this point, it doesn't have the swivel it needs to do this. I'm bending it right now, and you probably can't see because I'm blocking the light, but there you go. It should look like that. It should have another swivel at this point to make it do that. Otherwise, it's just always cocked sideways, and it just, I don't know. It looks dumb. But anyways, it's got 2 peg holes in the back here. Yeah, and then when you do try to move it this direction, it runs into his head, so you kind of lose it at that point. I guess you could maybe do this. No, that looks dumb too. Anyways, 2 pegs in the back, so you can move it around. And the articulation on him, same as the Iron Man basically. The up, down. The up doesn't go as far up as Iron Man does, which hurts for the flying pose. It's got the hinges there. Everything is the same otherwise. Same problem with the ankles, with the articulation. But I do like this figure a lot, though. I really do. And I'm sure I will get some ACBA going, and I'll switch the guns out, or I'll do something. I'll figure some stuff out. So there you go. I just held on the gun with some wax, and I switched the head out. But the one thing I do want to mention is, like this War Machine here, he came with all these extra hands and different like guns and stuff like that, missiles. And I think I could probably use these hands on this guy, but the paint's different. But that's the one thing, he's lacking. The Iron Man is lacking, because the Iron Man 2 that was this body mold also came with swappable hands. So it would have been nice to see him get an extra head or hands or something. But I'm not sure if the Iron Patriot came with extra hands or not. But I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to add them in, or at least give him another gun or something. But you could probably, almost get both of them going on there. Maybe even the other accessory from the other War Machine, you could probably get that on there too somehow. Some wax. Yeah, I could get that on there with some wax. But I mean, it'd be good for pictures and stuff. See, just held it on with some wax. ACBA. Next up are the Buckies. If you don't know the Bucky cap mold, then you don't collect Marvel Legends. It's where Hasbro really started to step up and give you not only better sculpt and paint apps, but just a great range of articulation. It's getting kind of old to see it over and over and over again, but at the same time, I can't really complain about a good mold. As long as they bring good paint apps and a nice new head sculpt, I really don't mind seeing this guy over and over again. But yeah, as you can see, just in one wave, we got 3 Bucky cap molds. So it's kind of a lot, but they're all pretty good figures. I'll go over them really quick. I'm not going to go over the articulation on all of them, but start with Strange here. He's got a pretty decent head sculpt. Kind of looks like Eddie Guerrero or something, but it's pretty cool. I dig it. The paint apps are all clean. He's got this work, like fabric work on his gloves that it looks alright. I'm not a big fan, but the paint apps are clean. Nice gold buckle. The slash, or whatever the hell this is, skirt, is kind of like flowing off to the side, which I think looks good, and they did a nice job there. So pretty decent figure. He comes with these green or yellow effects, which are the exact same as the purple ones that come with Scarlet Witch, which I don't mind. And of course, being an ACBA artist, I like to use them in different ways. They're supposed to attach onto his wrist. But and then also, if you want to just see real quick, Headless Strange. So I used the head on a custom that I was trying to do as like a current Strange. So I prefer this head sculpt over that, but it's still, I definitely prefer this figure overall to this one. And this one has that huge cape that he comes with and everything. But the hands are molded in that same sorcerer type of, casting a spell mold, so you can't move that. So that will get annoying after a while, but you could probably find some red gloves or swap out hands like from Vision here or something. So very cool figure. I dig this one a lot, especially with the new Strange movie coming out. Vision, let's go over him next. So he's got a pretty decent head sculpt, and the paint apps are very clean on this figure. I like it. The line works nice. The cape is, I like how they did the cape. So you can see it's kind of angled, the peg. Let's see if I can get it. Well, anyways, it's angled upwards. So, and it's got like a little notch there. So when you put it on him, it kind of looks like it's floating upwards. So that's pegged in, and then you can also get it where it floats up. I mean, you could put something in that peg hole and kind of lift it up. So I'll find some way to do some stuff like that to get him in a nice flying pose. And just for a comparison, there's Vision next to Scarlet Witch. You can see how much shorter he is. You know, I got them both up on one of those Avenger stands just because I hate that Scarlet Witch keeps falling over. So, but you can see she towers over him, which I hate about that figure. But you can get it to work. Blizzard is the weakest one, I think, out of the whole wave, actually. The paint apps are really bad. The blue, you can see the white fading through the blue and everything. And I'll go over his articulation. You know, it's the same for all three. So head looks really far up, good for flying pose. Down, left, right, ball jointed shoulders, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, hinge and swivel at both wrists. Good ab crunch that goes forward and back pretty far. Not his back. I don't know. That one seems like it's stuck going back. But anyways, waist swivel, the T-joint hips that go back and forth pretty good and out. A swivel at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, swivel at the boot, and then the nice ankle pivot slash rocker that just everybody loves. You know, the thing about the Bucky cap that I said in the very first time that it came out is that the feet are way too small. And there's the Bucky cap mold, Blizzard, next to Pizza Spidey, just for a size comparison. They're pretty much the same size. So this Spidey I did do a little mod to, which I will be showing in the next ACBA Saturday, so stay tuned for that. But it doesn't affect the height in any way, so they're still the same size, which is cool. Next up are the females. I think these are the gems of the wave. There are a few issues with them, but other than that, I think they did a really nice job with both of them. Valkyrie is a big step up from Hasbro's first attempt. I don't have that figure anymore, but this one's way bigger. The size, everything about it is just awesome. The thing I do have the problem with is the hair sculpt around the ear. It just looks funky. I don't know. It looks like she's balding. She needs like a sideburn painted on or something, or maybe it's too bulky in the back. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. I mean, it looks nice, and it really looks nice in pictures, but in person, it's just weird looking. I don't know. These pigtails are not articulated, but you can bend them around and get them in positions you want, and it doesn't hinder any of the articulation at all, so that's good. She comes with this sword, which is okay. It's nothing special. But, you know, Boog was bringing up that the Ares sword would look way better with her, and I agree. It's just, it's going to stretch out the hand big time if you use it. So, but yeah, that's definitely the way to go, I think. And then here's like an old Toy Biz Loki sword, which is even better than this one. The paint apps on this, that gold is horrible. It needs to be like a deeper gold. But yeah, so I'll probably end up using the Ares sword and stretching out her hand and whatever. But the articulation, she does not have a hinge, but she still can look down pretty far. Up is a challenge. Bald shoulders, swivel at the biceps, single jointed elbow, which is stuck on this one. There it goes. And it also has a swivel, which I hate that joint. Swivel and hinge at the wrist, diaphragm joint, which I'm going to end up modding to get a deeper crunch forward. It goes back pretty far though. T-joint hips, I think these are T-joint. I don't know what the hell those are actually. There's those half-moon joints at the hip. Swivel at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, and then the ankle pivots, no boot cut there. And she's got peg holes and everything. So yeah, she is pretty dope. She's probably my favorite figure in the whole line, or the whole wave. The belt does not move around, which I like, because it gets annoying after a while, and it's in a good sculpted position and everything. So yeah, I think she is really cool. I dig her. And there's Valkyrie next to Marvel Select Thor with the Ares sword in her hand. I think this is the best look. This is probably what I'm going to be using as far as scale wise and pictures and ACBA goes. Same articulation on Thundra, so I'm not going to go over any of that. What I will show you is, see, the belt is moving on this one, but it's not a big deal, I guess. I think the Valkyrie one would have been worse if it was moving around. They do both have open hands, which is cool. And it's especially cool for Thundra because she comes with this accessory which she can use both hands on, which I like. And yeah, this is pretty cool. It's not bendy wire or anything, but it's still, you can move it around and get it into different positions. It just takes some effort. The thing about her is she's got clean paint and everything, and I like it. You know, everything is pretty smooth. And she has a flight stand holder. Valkyrie doesn't. That's weird. I wonder if they're different molds on the top. Valkyrie might be different because of the armor. I don't know. I'll have to look on the She-Hulk and see if she has a peg hole in the back. No, she doesn't. So She-Hulk also does not have a peg hole. So that's weird that she does. I don't know what that's for or what's going on with it. But anyways, the head sculpt is nice. I like it. The only thing about it is she's always going to have this grilling face going on, which is not a bad thing because I don't know how much I'll actually use her. But yeah, I think this is a nice head sculpt. The hair is definitely going to hinder the articulation, so it pops off every time you try to turn her head, and you can't go up and down at all with it. But still, really nice figure. You know, they did a good job on the abs and the flesh tone and everything else. So overall, not a great wave, but it's a decent wave. I got these for a pretty good price. I would go and hunt just about all of these at retail, minus the Blizzard. But, you know, there's shortcuts taken here and there, but for the most part, Hasbro has been delivering the figures we want, and they've been doing a really good job. So I got to give them props. But that's it, guys. I would recommend this set, and, you know, go out and get them, and we'll have to see what the Hulkbuster looks like. Sorry I don't have that available right now, but there'll be reviews coming soon from other artists. Make sure you stay tuned. We got a new ACBA Saturday coming out in July. The merch site has new cutout packs, which should be coming up really soon. Flight stands will be done quarterly, so I think we still got a while to go for those. And you know, shirts and other merch will be available at articulatedcomicbookart.com. So make sure you go there and check that out. Also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Flickr. I mean, we got just about every social media out there, and if we don't, it's coming. You know, we're only growing. So yeah, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.